That's on the replay there. Now, this level's very hard. This level's very hard and I don't like it. Oh. It's been good though. It's been really, really good. All the stuff Maddy does in Super Mario World has been really, really satisfying. And Sureshot is the thing that tricked me into thinking I could do Kaizo. I guess successfully. Oh. Hang on. Let's go somewhere that isn't water for a sec. Oh yeah, we didn't do the bullet level. Let's go back and do that. That'll be nice. Wrong. Oh, is this too loud again? No, it looks okay. Oh, wait. Does that mean Mario Maker was too quiet the whole day? Oop, audio level is good. Then Mario Maker was probably too quiet. Or it's always too loud and it was getting crushed. Mario Maker seemed fine to me audio-wise. Say, oh, okay, well, good. Maybe Mario Maker was just a little too loud and the gate was covering it. Fixing the problem for me, the noise gate, and it just didn't sound bad in Mario Maker. So. Audio is one of those things that if it's not totally broken or totally fucked, that nobody will tell you it's wrong until it's really wrong. Nobody will ever be like, wow, you're a microphone? Oh, it sounds so good. Did you get like a really expensive, like Shure microphone or something? Oh my god. So good and clean. You always giving people shit for their audio? Well, good. It's nice to know when something's broken. Bye, Bullet. But I always think it's really funny when people are buying, like, extremely expensive microphones for a quiet production in, like, a noise-controlled room. Oh, fuck me. Like, bud, you don't need it. Esports. Spend that money on lighting. I've been meaning to mess around with, NVIDIA broadcast. Oh, happy and loud. NVIDIA broadcast, because, man, if that fake light thing works good, and I can just stop having lights, I will be so happy. That, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my... Like, it's not like there aren't good XLR mics, but I know several people in, who do, production stuff, who just believe that something is better if it's XLR. Like that, if it has that connector, it's better. Like literally, we're like, no, I just let me. I want any microphone with XLR, not a nice microphone or anything. A nice USB microphone, not a nice 1/4-inch microphone. If it's not XLR, it's garbage. Oh, God. Oh, that's tight. Oh. Oh. Or, man, we did, I used to do traveling live production with, doing Smash stuff all over. And one of the guys spent so much on these, like, broadcaster headsets that were, aviation headsets. And it was just one of those things that was just absolutely bonkers to spend all that money on. Versus, like, investing some of that money in a computer, because we were streaming on a piece of shit for you, home-built, salvage server that I had that we dragged around that the fucking thing weighed, like, 120 pounds. It was a fucking nightmare. Do you know how long I used a Rock Band microphone? Yeah, I've heard that those are really good. If no news is good news, yeah. If nobody tells you it's bad, you're probably fine. And you know when you're clipping, you know how to set it up so you don't clip. You know where each thing should be so that the audio levels make sense, and that pretty much takes care of it. It's been that way for 4 years and nobody told me. Yeah, some people literally don't hear it. Yeah, there's definitely a point of diminishing returns. There's also a point where, like, in live venues, having, like, an expensive microphone headset thing kind of made sense, but some of that, like, noise reduction stuff you can control for other ways, too. And it's not like there was a second mic for noise removal or anything. It was just a little directional mic in front of your face. And then it's Smash players, so whenever they're licking their lips, which is constantly, or breathing loudly, which is constantly, you're also picking that up and having to pull that out anyway, so. This stupid blue microphone I got a long time ago has done its job for a really long time. Yeah, I was using some cheap Fi-Fine thing before that. That was also fine. The only reason I replaced this because it broke. Yeah. I mean, they're better. USB isn't inherently, like, bad. The bandwidth limitations of USB 2 or whatever aren't really going to hold back a microphone. Fuck you. Fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god, I was supposed to jump on the bullet. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the point where we're gonna catch the bullet. We're gonna land on the bullet there. And we're gonna have it hit the on-off as it dies. God, does it die straight down or does it fall backwards? It dies straight down. Okay. Jesus Christ. The interface? Yeah. The microphone, the quality of the microphone is still a good deal, and a USB microphone usually is its own interface. Unless it's really, really horrible. And should take care of itself. But yeah, I mean, you are really limited on how much power you can get out of it too. Especially since I'm pretty sure this is USB 2. But I'm betting most are USB 2, so you're gonna be limited to, what is it? 2 amps at 5 volts? But in a quiet room, that should be, you should be able to get what you need out of it. But yeah, that's the big thing too, is like a lot of people, XLR. No, you get a okay little interface and you fucking, that black dot. Oh, that's my camera being weird. There's a black dot from the cats, I think, too, from the cat camera. You get a decent interface, you plug almost any microphone into it, and it's gonna be really nice, especially if the fucking interface. There we go. Finally, I fixed it. Give me some fucking trouble here. Is that better? No, that's not better. There's so much squiggly over there. Guess we're getting it either way. PTZ, saves the day. Pud back. Pud is back. Pud back. Pud cute. Oh my god, he just really weirdly melted to the side. That was cute. Final microphone upgrade I want is an electro voice. Do not know what that is. A cloud lifter inline. I won't upgrade to that until I upgrade my interface. Somewhere I have a fucking Firewire interface from music stuff. That has got to be terrible at this point. And unusable. And I don't think I have any method to plug Firewire into anything anymore. But the USB mic has been doing a great job. The stupid blue one does its job. And was relatively cheap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Pro Audio interface with some wood on the side. Yeah, and that was because I wanted to be able to capture 1/4-inch audio off of my MIDI keyboard. Off of the fucking head unit that was plugged into. Well, the whole setup was a janky fucking mess, and it sucked. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess that could be really nice too, and especially if you want to mix all your audio externally and just plumb it in that way. An interface makes a ton of sense for being able to bring in all your audio sources. And I bet for people who are also doing music while they're streaming, that makes a huge difference too. Is being able to plumb everything in that way and monitor things and adjust their monitoring. I hate monitoring myself. I cannot stand hearing myself. So all I need is, oh god, why do I think that's the fucking block I'm standing on is gonna disappear? Kinda wish it wasn't, well, I guess it doesn't matter. That's the only block we interact with anyway. I wish I was less stupid. Yeah, no, that is definitely a thing that I'm used to at this point, but every NVIDIA update too messes with my default audio drivers. All the microphone stuff in Windows, I leave the fuck alone at the defaults and then tweak it in OBS, and so far I haven't had any issues with that, as far as I know. But it sounds fine to me. Sounds like me when I listen to it back. But yeah, none of that was audio interface bad. That was the way people behave about audio interfaces, or people getting an audio interface to plug in one piece of shit XLR microphone and nothing else, and never touch it, and they don't monitor. It's like, buddy, what are you doing? Pull a USB mic, you'll be fine. Yeah, I have not tried streaming from Windows 11 at all, but I do not look forward to it when it becomes necessary. Oh, god damn. Okay, loop around. Yeah, loop around the muncher when we jump there. Oh my god, I think we're gonna get this. You have 2 mixers? You're mixing, you have a interface and a mixer that you're, okay. I would assume at this point that in a lot of cases your interface would be a mixer, but I guess not necessarily. It's probably cheaper to separate them and then stick them together. I don't know. I hate that. I hate all that. I hate having to monitor myself. That generally made me furious, just dealing with that, tweaking that, touching that all the time. But I know some people can't function without it. Yeah, whatever the stupid blue one is. What is it fucking called? You just say blue on you? I know you have a fucking name, but they're often recommended starter microphones. Has a couple of microphone patterns that I can adjust to turn on different microphones inside of the head there. Which is really nice for when I used to do stuff with other people as well, so I can very easily pick up more people in a little bit different configuration. Doesn't matter anymore. Before that setup, you could always tell when I was about to get a phone call. Yikes. Yeah, no matter, you just use the mic attached to your cat ear headphones. I was talking to a buddy of mine a while back who was like, why does nobody make really nice headphones with cat ears? And it's one of those things where it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Buy cat ears and stick them to a nice headset. Oh my god. And then I found him like 10 different ones to link to them just to be annoying. Like, you can just buy cat ears on Amazon. Magnetic cat ears that you stick right to your headphones. Yeah, one of the biggest things for me is the simplicity of getting started as quickly as possible. I really like my desk setup, so having like a dedicated streaming room or area, even if I had space for it, would be a big headache, but it sure would be nice to maybe just go somewhere else, but I also just want to be on my computer. But, being able to just pull down the blue screen and the green screen and turn on the lights, and then go is really, really nice. And the more gear you add into that, the more frustrating it gets. When I was doing the traveling stream, that was always the worst fucking part, was, click on, please, thank you. An hour and a half, 2 hours of fucking wrangling cables, setting up capture equipment, setting up the fucking cameras that captured the, players, setting up the camera for the casters, and getting everything tuned in and focused and configured, and all the audio levels dialed in for the environment and all of it, and it was just like, holy shit. I like playing with this stuff. Not every fucking time. Not every single fucking time. I want to set it up and then go. You don't have room on your desk for all that? Put it on a little slider. I need to hold out the gate there. I just saw Pud wink. Staring really intently at something, and he winked. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if I could find like a retractable or a maybe one of those folding TV mounts that folds down, like a pipe mount, that I could put that camera on, so I could fold the camera down and it would face the cats more directly, so you'd see their faces a little better. I might have something like that, and then I could just pull on it, and then it would be ready to go. Yeah, I have 100, 200. These are 30 watt. Oh, losing my hat. I've probably got 400 watts of fucking lights here. And it's all LED. None of it's like fucking incandescent or anything. It's all LED. It's hundreds of watts of fucking lights. Because spreading them out and using high intensity lights that aren't directly on my face, except for the one softbox, really, really, really helps not piss me off. But I still hate it. I would still really prefer to just stream in the dark. And then it would be less to do, too. Then I don't have to turn on the fucking lights. I'm hoping that, like, maybe when I start messing with NVIDIA Broadcaster's magical face fake lighting thing, that that it looks pretty good if I have a mild light on my face, and I can just, like, use just the one softbox, the kind of key light, and then turn all the rest off forever. That would be really nice. Well, the blue screen. The stupid blue screen needs lights. But those are not on my face. I feel like I'm definitely doing that wrong. I'm not supposed to catch that bat on the edge there. Oh, I'm probably supposed to be hovering longer there. Oh, that doesn't feel right. Bullet. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And then I'm supposed to get in front of it later. That's why I'm so far ahead of it. I kind of feel like my way is probably better. Yeah. Less stupid. Maybe I'm gonna just keep doing what I was doing. You can get a pretty cheap, pretty good ring light for your camera, and if you have a light that's right on your face where your camera is, it doesn't have to be a ring light, but a little LED light facing right at you from where your camera is, it really helps a lot. Yeah, it's insane, but it gets me out of the bullet. Emergent solutions, but where you're really stupid. Emergent solutions with an instat of 1. Fuck me. I switched back to YMB. And then I wasn't ready for it. I don't have a place to put any lights on my desk setup. Well, I assume the camera is probably right... right next to or right on top of the monitor. Just kind of put the light on there. Stick them together. Best friends. They like each other. If you want, you could run rebind to a trigger to A, but you will silently be judged. Oh, I literally do that on my Pro 2. My Pro 2, if I do that, rebinds a trigger and feels much better. But the 2.4 gigahertz one here obviously is a little lower latency than the Bluetooth one. And I don't think I can remap this. On playing on a Super NT. Camera's hanging on your monitor, falls off very easily. They make really little lights though that can like bite right onto your monitor. Might help, might not, I don't know. Last time I saw your camera, it looked fine. Yeah, if I'm playing on emulator, I will immediately want rewind. I will just be like, well, why shouldn't I have rewind? Oops. After all, why shouldn't I push the rewind button? I mapped it. Oh. Bought a mount for a little shelf on the back of my monitor. Yeah. Little shelf on the back. Little shelves that just stick right on the top. I actually, this TV here has like 10 3D printed shelves from when I used to sit my camera on there. Yeah, they make really little simple shelves that grip right onto your monitor too. And the eyeballs are there to cover up the thumbsticks because we're not using the thumbsticks. And I wanted to put something on them to cover them, and I found some eyeballs. And I'm not taking further questions about the eyeballs. Eyeballs are cool. Oh, connects to the vase, so that's smart. Yeah, mine just go right on the ridge up top and then touch the back to provide support. But I'm an insane person who uses 65 and a 77 4K as my primary displays for my computer and gaming. Rather than a computer, like a smart person, like a computer monitor. But I'm pretty deep on this now. It's there. Yeah. So if you're looking at the inputs, it's looking at you. And on the one hand, it's really nice. A very large 4K panel is a lot like a whole bunch of small 1080p panels. It's really nice for multitasking and for work. On the other hand, it makes my office a little insane. And it makes stuff not work. Like eye tracking, I wanted to set up eye tracking. I thought that would be really useful for Mario Maker so people could see both when I'm stupid and my gaze is missing what I should be seeing, and people be like, you should look to your right, jackass. And because it would be helpful for providing feedback on how you can control players' attention in a troll level, that kind of thing. And when that's working, and, you know, just interesting, useful information. Does not work with giant panels. Even the really expensive ones only work with 27-inch maximum screen display. Which is pretty annoying. Two cameras, one on the left, one above the display. And, you know, I'm not a programmer, but I could absolutely see a world where being able to triangulate exactly, like having two cameras should let you, oh god, that was it, perfectly triangulate where somebody's looking pretty easily, map it out, but nobody has made software that does that. Just upgrade it. Oh god. Oh. A buddy of mine's wife is still using these ancient fucking, like, 720p displays. And at this point, like I absolutely understand the compulsion to save your old electronics. I am a nut job like that. I have a ton of CRTs all over the place, and I like old electronics. I like refurbishing old electronics. Sports. But old TVs in particular were very high power drain. Very, very high power draw. So getting a piece of shit cheap like Hisense or ONN fucking thing from Walmart will pay for itself in power really, really, really quickly. Depending on how old that thing is. But if it's 720p, it's probably pretty old. Going into the camper. Yeah, especially if the camper is usually plugged into shore power, you don't really have to care too much then. Also, newer displays are so light, it's crazy. I can lift up the 77-inch OLED right here by myself. It's just unbelievable how light that fucking thing is. I don't think I could wall mount it myself, but I could lift it myself. And I honestly, I cannot recommend OLED enough. 4K OLED with CRT filter and an emulator is such an excellent CRT-like experience. I really wish, I would really like somebody who made like an analog Super NT with a little bit more ass in there on the video processing end, so you could get some actual filtering going, or at least, individual, like, RGB pixels for each pixel. With a little bit of, like, HDR for glow would be so fucking cool. Want to spend $100 on a new TV to sit in the camper and get used, like, once a year during rainstorms? Yeah. Yeah, I have a ton of relatively old Scepters that I still use all over the place, but they're old, but they're new enough that they aren't too high power draw. I'm gonna get pretty annoyed when those start dying because nobody makes dumb panels anymore for really cheap, and that's why I like the Scepter so much. Is they're very cheap dumb panels. My right-hand display here, when I'm not playing games, when I'm not streaming, is my non-main display that I have, like, chat. I have Discord and my chat with Heidi and a couple other things on it, and TV that I watch TV on. So I have that one. I have a 4K to 1080p downscaler. And then an 8-way splitter, and then that one I run HDMI to both bathrooms and the kitchen and the bar and basement, so that I can wander throughout the entire house and continue watching whatever I'm watching. Really nice. Really, really nice. I get, especially when I'm doing chores or, like long construction work, fixing something horrible. Something breaks and I have to spend a lot of time somewhere. Being able to just have the TV running, I can run and go take a break at my desk for 10 minutes and then go back to it without having to pause or pull it up on a fucking iPad or something. It's just really nice. Fuck. Well, if I'm gonna have a TV raw dog in it with no surge protector, I'm not gonna have it be brand new. Yeah. Well, the large OLED that I got pretty recently, the 2023, that I got refurbished because it was insanely cheap. But it is plugged into my fucking UPS because Jesus Christ, I would be sad if this broke. Power's been has been worse here. I mentioned it. We had 2 Transformers blow up recently. Oh, can I skip that one? Maybe I can skip that one. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm waggling to get that one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doo-doo-doo. Bitch! Fuck you! Oh, fuck off. I'm getting mad at that bullet. I'm getting mad at that bullet. I'm hungry for kimbap. Yeah, being able to just set up and go is really, really nice. And that's definitely my main thing with the whole setup here. I get annoyed moving the teleprompter, so I leave the teleprompter up when I'm streaming the next day, and I don't take it down until I'm done with it. Missed. Oh, we're gonna get it. We keep getting right to the end, so we're right there. We're ready. Why was I getting ready to do it backwards? Oh. Wish I had a camper. Years and years back, an ex of mine wanted to get a bus. And I had driven large vehicles before, although nothing 40 feet long. But I'd driven shorter buses before. So, you know, I said I'd go with and drive it home. Since it was titled as an RV, we didn't need a special license for it, even though it had air brakes, so it was a lot to learn before we started. And we brought it back and then discovered immediately that the colder weather, it was not prepared for that at all, and we couldn't get it started for like a month. But the apartment we parked it at, they couldn't tow it because it was too big. No tow truck would come out for it because the way it was titled in, I think it was Tennessee, but something about the way it was titled, that it was titled as 200,000 pounds and over. Which it wasn't, but tow trucks refused to touch it. So it took a while before we could get out some heaters to heat the engine up. I'm an idiot. If you get far enough ahead, I could just almost skip it. It was diesel. Yeah, it was diesel. And she got so frustrated with it that she ended up being like, if you accept responsibility for it, you can fucking have it. I found a place to keep it and everything and stored it and took care of it. It had no glow plugs. Yeah, it was glow plugless. Yeah, I had diesel vehicles before too, but it had no glow plugs. It was not intended to be used in colder climates at all. So we had to heat the fucking thing up manually. We got a bunch of fucking blower heaters and just heated up the engine. It wasn't like dead winter. It was like very early spring when it was still cold. But yeah, it was a mess. Got it moved, got it stored. When I started dating a different lady later, her dad said I could store it up at his place in like a boonies place where he had tons and tons of place to store stuff. But I pulled into the wrong driveway and beached it. And this was my first time driving up there too. So like my first time, wasn't my first time meeting him, but it was my first time like actually spending some time with him and interacting with him. And I drove the thing into somebody else's driveway and got stuck in their fucking ditch, and it was a fucking mess. The whole fucking mess. And then you know, we worked on it, got in good shape, got some of the stuff worked out, got the heater thing worked out. It had a problem with its heater. And then we were getting ready to take it out camping at one point. And when I had beached it, I damaged one of the coolant lines, and we didn't notice. We didn't find it till later. And it was a converted bus. It was a 40-foot bus that was converted into a camper, so it was such fucking nonsense. It was not my choice. This ex of mine found it, wanted it, and then gave it to me. And I, as a previous homeless person, I'm not turning down a free house they can drive. But yeah, so we were gonna take it out camping. Everything seemed all set. Everything was good. We drove it maybe 15 miles, and it just seized. It seized. We pulled over next to some bar. We kept trying to look at it. We got some old like diesel mechanic to look at it. He had no idea why the hell it was fucking seized, or why it would not turn over at all, or what the fuck happened. Eventually we found the coolant issue, that it had all drained out of there, but couldn't figure out why it would not start. It would not turn over. These old fucking Allison transmission, what was it? It's a really specific engine pairing, engine and transmission pairing that apparently was common with semis for a long time. Some fucking old semi driver, after he'd been out at that fucking bar for weeks, comes over while we're working on it, drunk out of his ass. I was like, oh, it won't start? And he sticks his hand like in there, behind it. He yanks something. He's like, try it now. Immediately starts. There's a fucking like overheat switch on the engine in a like hidden area that you had to like manually yank into a working position again, that we didn't find anywhere when we were reading about the engine. Nobody seemed to know about it, that this guy just knew where the secret fucking switch was to allow it to start again after it overheated. But after that fucking mess, I had so much anxiety about it. We didn't take it out again, and raccoons destroyed the inside at some point. I hate myself. I hate myself. And eventually we scrapped it, which was really depressing. But there was a mess with that X and a whole bunch of stuff with infidelity, and it was just a mess. Yeah, it saved itself from overheating. It probably would have been fine, but I was so over it that I just kind of ignored it, left it there to sit, and figured it would be fine. But raccoons got in, and nobody knew, and they fucking ruined it. They ruined everything. Which really sucks, but it also didn't cost me any money, so she only paid $6,000 for it, which isn't nothing. God, I hate myself. But also isn't the end of the world. A cute little tow behind. And my grandfather had one of those truck bed campers when I was a kid. Me and my sister would clean it every year. We would go up there, we would clean it out, get all the spiders and yucky crap out, and then we would sleep in it. And it would be like camping. It was okay. It was disgusting and it was tiny. But I sure would like to get one of those if I managed to get, yeah, 6K was pretty insane for, it needed work. It definitely needed work, but it was sleepable and drivable. And it had a functional solar system that needed work, but it was all work that I and a friend of mine could do, so it all made sense. It did almost kill me. We bought it from Mennonites out in Tennessee, and I had never seen Mennonites before, and it was pretty fucking weird. The guy was really nice, but it was weird. See these like weird kind of colorful Amish people. It was weird. I was looking around underneath it to try and sort out the heat issue in the front before we drove it back, and it turned out the kneeling function, after we had been running it for a while, it puffs up on the air, but it can kneel down, but the airbag, one of them had a slow leak, so it just started to kneel while it was under it, and it started to squish me, and I couldn't get out, and this guy grabs my feet, because I start telling him, like, hey, it's coming down, I need to get out of here right now. Come on. He grabs my feet and rips me out of there. It tore up my chest, but if he had not, I would have died under that bus. But they did not, you know, give us a discount for almost killing me. But I did... I did take out his fucking mailbox on the way out, and I stopped and was like, I'm so sorry, do you want something for that? He's like, no, you almost died. You're fine. They were very, very nice. And yeah, 6K was very cheap for a 40-foot anything. Like, I really wish I had found a way to hang on to it, because it'd be great to just park in the yard here and have it be an Airbnb and like a cool place to chill when we have fires. It had 2 bunk beds and a back room. So it could, oh, and a fold-out couch. So it could sleep at least, or 4 to 6. If you put 2 couples in the couch bed and the back bed, it could sleep 6. It had a slide out that worked. Okay, it worked well. It probably should have been looked at by a professional, but it worked okay. And it had a little propane and electricity fridge, and washer dryer in a little cubby. It was cool. It's a really, really cool thing for 6K, and even just whatever place we junked it to, they probably made a killing on it. Damn it. Okay, so when I do finally land on the bullet at the right point, I also am going to have to re-grab and wait to pull right until it hits the on-off. That last jump is a little bit of a pisser. Okay, your truck's check engine light fixed. Put the old gas back into the truck. So filled up the fuel filter like immediately with rust. Wait, what was that? That's weird. How the hell did I do that? Stick it and suck it into the engine. The fuel filter shits itself, I would assume. There is no filter. Well, pretty sure rust isn't combustible at engine temperatures. Yeah, so there goes the, well, if it's, that's not a fuel filter, is it carbureted? No, fuel injectors got murdered, yeah. That's probably it, right? Is that it for the truck at that point? I had, fuel line problems on my old, I don't remember what it was. Ford Taurus. And it was one of those things that even for a buddy of mine who could do some of the work that I needed done, he was just like, no, just get another car. This is gonna cost more, to fix than spending $1,000 on a car would be, considering the condition of this thing. Which sucked. One's gonna buy a dead truck. Yeah, probably not. I bet scrap price is pretty bad for vehicles now, too. Oh, god damn it. Cost me over 10K to get another truck of the same size and similar year. Yikes. Yeah, I've been driving, fucking, like, $1,000 shit boxes, $1,000 or less shit boxes my entire life. After the Taurus shit itself, Heidi sold me her, old car. For very, very cheap. Essentially the salvage price, which was good because, the fuel lines on that failed almost immediately as well. There was another car, there was something else in the middle there. But yeah, that car also fucked. So, like 3 cars in short sequence. Oh, the van. So I thought I would spend a little more. I thought I will spend a couple $1,000s on getting like a really nice used car that I can drive for a long time. That'll be fine. Buddy of mine really likes Astrovans. So he was gonna help me look at one, but then he couldn't go, and then I was just gonna video call him. And it was a really cool Astrovan, and then there was no reception out there, so I couldn't even video call him. But I took a bunch of pictures, and was able to send them to him, to SMS text them to him. And he took a look and was like, it doesn't look like it's rotting or falling apart. It seems good for what you're paying for a couple grand. Transmission immediately failed. I got it home and drove it for a couple days, and the transmission immediately failed. And it was a manual, so the guy probably knew that it was on its last legs. Brought it to a local transmission shop that also did other engine work, and asked them to do like a full inspection before they replaced the transmission. Let me know. They immediately replaced the transmission and said that, yeah, no, everything was fine. We looked and it looked fine. Then I brought it to the mechanic that does work for me in trade to just take a look at anything and see, make sure there's nothing else that was going to go wrong, right? I just spent thousands of dollars on it and then like $2,000 on transmission. They start lifting up the fucking van, and he sees that the engine supports on the frame have completely rotted out and are completely destroyed. What the guy has done has hammered wood in there and painted it black so that it looks like engine mounts unless you start lifting the car up and see that the engine's about to rip out of the thing. And they refused to even drive it out of the service bay. They made me do it. And then I was furious and decided I'm buying a new car, and I hate everything, and that I will just go on a shooting spree if anything else happens. But the new car has been nice. I got a Kia Soul. I like them. Oh, you could have just fucking let me have it! Maddy! Put another block there! Cannot find a truck for 1K. Yeah, I guess these days that's probably over, right? $1,000 garbage truck's probably gone. You should take a look at the slates. Maybe put in the whatever stupid pre-order that you can get refunded. Jeff Bezos threw his stupid dick behind it, so there's that. But the electric truck with good range that looks really, really nice, that's dead-ass, basic, simple, cheap. They were going to be like 16 grand. It was going to be under 20 grand, but now with the credits gone, it's going to be probably like 20, 22 grand. God damn. Another 600. Ugh. Yeah, that's always annoying too when you're right at that point where like I would assume the truck isn't new, but isn't worth throwing out. But yeah, being right at that point where like it's tough to throw money at it, but you're better off doing that than get something else is super frustrating. Oh, I wiggled way too much. Getting there. We got it. We got it coming. Boxers looking at them, they don't tow? Really? They don't offer a towing package at all? I guess most of what I need a truck for anyway is hauling rather than towing. But I would want it to be able to support at least one of those little campers that you put in the bed, but it probably would. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Too small to fit one of those bed campers? Aw. I'll get a fucking tent that goes back there. Goes on top. Or all the EV stuff will completely fall apart and I'll have to wait longer. And then by then, maybe China will have some of those really big vans for like 15K over here. Stupid campers weigh more than my tow behind? That's crazy. I feel like they'd be so light. A very large van would also work just as well as would for pretty much everything we'd ever need one for. I would like a cargo van. And then a cargo van you can also camp in. Don't have a place to charge an electric here. That is unfortunate. Oh, yeah, apartment. Yeah, we have a lot of power in our garage, so it'd be pretty easy to set up like a level 2 charger or whatever. Off of the old welding lines that are out there. Yeah, Crackers. What? I know you have food. I just checked it. And your litter box is clean. And your water's full. So if you want to get pet, jump up here. But also, they have fast chargers at like the gas or the grocery store right near us too, which makes electric seem like a really attractive option. Also, we both worked from home. Now I guess I'm out of work, but I would prefer to work from home if at all possible. which means that you can just charge on a piece of shit if you're not driving it, 100 miles every day or whatever. 400 more to register an electric vehicle. Wow. You guys, talking some oil baron's dick down there? What's going on with Jersey politics? Nobody told you guys that electric cars are cool? Told your legislators? Wisconsin doesn't even do an emission test. Some of the roads that you see some of the vehicles you see on the road are unbelievable. Unbelievably horrible, horrible condition roads. Oh, cars. Good God. My brain's leaving me. I've failed this level too many times. I wish I had a death counter for this game. Oh, I have a counter somewhere. I have a little counter with a button somewhere that I got on Vine. I can get that set up and I could just push it with my foot. I really wish diesel was more popular in the US generally. I had an old, before that stupid bus, I had Mercedes 240D for a long time. That was an exceptionally reliable vehicle and really well documented with a large DIY repair community there. Really popular in Cuba. They're like the car over there is the W123 body Benzes. So there was this huge aftermarket part selection and support and like a dedicated wiki for that car specifically. So I could fix everything that went wrong. I could learn how to fix it, which I really liked. New Jersey does emissions. Said that his car was going to fail because it had some lights on his dash. Yeah, we don't. They don't even look at it. They literally don't even look at your car when you register it. Wisconsin does not give a shit. It's really weird. People should probably not drive a lot of the things that they're driving. Yeah, they don't look ever. I always assumed emission tests were done when you register it, but I have no idea because I've never lived anywhere where they do that. What do you, like, once a year? Do you have to, like, go to some testing place or something? That would be so annoying. Assumed the sticker is fine when you get the car? Yeah, I like that. I like that old Merc. Some guy had one listed locally here. It was black and yellow. It looked like it used to be a cab. Really good. Very reasonable price. He literally, it was an old man, and he literally wanted people to call him to talk to him. Because I called him and tried to lowball him a little bit. I tried to offer him what Blue Book would be based on the condition I could see. All he wanted to do was talk about the car. He just wanted to have a conversation because he was lonely. I had Heidi call him. Same goddamn thing to her. Same goddamn thing to her. Oh. And it's still out there now. Years later, he still has it out there. He just wants people to call him to talk to him. Every 2 years, you have to bring it to the DMV to get inspection. Yeah, we do not do that here. Oh, you're not allowed to have a check engine light? Oh, I thought you were saying that didn't matter. They care about that? That's weird. That's depressing. Oh, thank God. Oh. Faster than a bullet. The engine light is the only one they care about. Oh, man. I can't tell you how many people, everyone I knew back when I was really poor, and roommate heavy and everybody was poor, everybody had a check engine light. You buy a shit box for a couple $100 and you drive it till it fails. My God. No wonder all those AutoZone places and all that say that they like diagnose the check engine light and all that because it matters in some places. Oh my god, yeah. Some check engine lights come on for stupid shit like filters or for like air filters, like cabin air filters and dumb shit. So that's got to be super frustrating for some people. I wish this wasn't the next level. I wish this wasn't the only way. Oh, maybe my fingers are ready now. Gas cap is starting to fail. Is that something in cars that they check like the back pressure on the gas cap? Oh god, and if they do, they're probably parts paired at this point. There's probably a little fucking chip in there, god. As soon as stuff starts going wrong with my Kia, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind and I will rant infinitely about it. I will get so goddamn mad. That was another reason why I really liked like the diesel was the Mercedes, because my starter failed. Something went wrong and it wouldn't stop starting and it started on fire and exploded. So I pulled over and I put out the fire with my jacket and I drove home because, you know, it was dead, but the car was fine and I was able to drive it for a couple of weeks while I waited for an eBay starter to come in by push starting it because it was a fucking diesel and a manual. But it was a diesel, so you didn't even need a battery. As long as you didn't need glow, you could get that engine moving just by moving it. Fucking cool. An evap leak? Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. Gas likes to evaporate and it's really good at exploding at certain concentrations. Bought 3 new gas caps for your truck because it kept telling you the gas cap was off and it didn't work. Because there was a fucking, like, check. Because the car was looking for a fucking right part. Sports. I heard something about that for, some car was doing that with windshield wipers. That you needed to have the right windshield wipers. Some really expensive car. Oh my god. Yeah, what a hassle. It's one of those things that it's nice to have like a new car and not have to think about it, but it's one of those things that's so crazy that so many people who like aren't lower class, never have to be lower class, never have to deal with that, have like a huge safety net, maybe free cars from family or just make enough money that it doesn't matter, that kind of thing, that they never have to really consider like how absolutely vital it is to have a car to survive. That was the problem when everybody I knew when I was a waiter working shit jobs. No one would hire you without a car. They wouldn't tell you that, but they would ask in the interview like, oh, do you have a car? Do you have reliable transportation? And if your answer is, oh, no, but I'll get rides. I know somebody who works here. The interview's over. Instantly unhireable. Okay, thank you for your time. You gotta have a car and you have to have an address or you are not getting a fucking job. You have an evap leak? You need a smoke testifying the leak. If the leak is in the gas tank, it doesn't show up anywhere. Aw. Let me just reset the engine light and send you on your way. So that was the problem you were having? But I feel like if it was the gas tank, wouldn't you smell it if it was off-gassing gasoline? Okay, I guess I'm good at Mario again. For a sec. Oh, fuck off! Smell gas for years. Well, like, I wouldn't notice if there was an evap leak in my garage because the garage is pretty warm and I have several small gas cans out there for, lawnmowers and stuff. Lawnmower, snowblower. And those small gas cans, they will let a little bit of gas vapor out so that they don't swell when it gets hot. So it often smells a little gassy out there. I'm sorry, did I just fucking autopilot this level that's been killing me? Aw, almost. Oh. Every time you would get gas, you would smell gas for days. You have to run the tank down to half before the gas smell would go away. Well, there's your problem. You're filling it up too much. That's another reason why I like the diesel. Diesel smells nice. Problem was the fuel pump. Full of rust? Full of the rust that you put back in there? Diesel is twice as much what? Money? Flavor? Does smell more flavorful. Is it really double? Look it up here in a sec. What the hell why didn't I just kick that thing? Did I need that thing? I could have just kicked it, right? And hovered? Ugh. Don't care. I beat it. I'm good at Mario World. God damn, fuck that level. Gas price in Wisconsin. Diesel. Our gas price is 2.8 in my county. Where's the diesel price? Diesel, holy fuck! Oh, that's the highest recorded price. No. Where's the actual current diesel price? Diesel. Current average for gas is, in the whole state, is 2.9. Price for diesel is 3.5. So, diesel's not too much more expensive here. But our gas is at $3. Like this. World map. So happy to be done with that. Now we get 3. Oh, washed up should have been swapped out. Yeah, I think washed out should have been swapped in with any one of these. This level. Rocks, climbing up the walls. That's a tough level to be a hard wall there. Weird. Every single gas. I don't know if we have any gas stations that don't have diesel. We probably have some. I just know when I drove a diesel, it was never a problem. Everybody had diesel. Okay. Okay. I guess that's how we discover what we're doing here. Interesting. Neat. Okay. All right. Wait, this isn't something like I need every block, right? I feel like those pairs of blocks are like a gift, like a really nice thing. A way nicer thing than Maddy has given to me so far. Yeah, you know, people always talk about how New Jersey's horrible. And I assume that's like a joke, right? Like, haha, New Jersey's horrible. But I assume that's just because, you know, there's really nice places nearby. Or because, you know, New York or something? I don't know. But the things that you're describing just make it sound like it's pretty horrible there. And that, like, basic things are gone, are missing. But maybe it's just the weird kind of rural flat spread in Wisconsin means that we have semis everywhere, and they're always getting gas, so we have... Your gas tank had a rubber gasket that rotted away. All the metal pieces for the fuel filter were rusting away. That's horrible. You'd think they'd use something that, you know, wouldn't rust on your fuel tank. Oh, at least the gasket was rubber. It probably has to be on a fuel tank. I remember getting so goddamn angry at my old shitbox Saturn that I had. Some shitty little Saturn sedan. That paper head gasket. And the engine orientation made it extremely difficult to get out, or to get at the head gasket. You had to lift the whole engine out. So it was like a multi-$1,000 job to fucking change out the fucking paper gasket that always blew out after like 100,000 miles. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's always planned obsolescence. That was one of the reasons why I wanted the Kia Soul so bad in I want to say 2018 was when I first was trying to look at it, but I had bad credit and could not get like a loan for it. But they were cheap. They were like $13,000, but it was a whole thing. But I read through their whole warranty agreement, and unlike many other vehicles at the time, you were allowed to do your own oil changes. You were allowed to do any of your own work as long as you documented it. They didn't even specify like an oil like provider or anything. Like they actually adhered to the law on how warranties are supposed to work, instead of just telling you like, if you don't do it at the dealership, your warranty is void. The dealership probably still would have tried to fuck you. The time I've had it, I have 300% more rust on the whole thing. Yeah, that is one of the things that I've been doing. It gets very snowy and very salty and horrible up here in the winter, and the winter lasts like 6 goddamn months. So anytime there's a fucking scratch of any paint at all, I immediately fill it in with one of those paint pens for fixing car scratches, because I really don't want to fucking have any body rust for as long as possible. And I'm really careful too when I do the gas fill. I remove the fucking thing like this. Very, very, very slowly, and then rotate it away so that I don't get any fucking gasoline on the paint. I know, that chews that shit up. You can't fill your own gas? What? So you have some dickhead back there filling it up and spilling gas on your car? Oh, that would make me so mad. Holy shit. You have to tip that asshole? Oh my god. That would make me so mad. If I get even a drop of fucking gas on there, I immediately get something to wipe it up with, and wipe it like completely dry, and then like spit on it, and then wipe it off a little more. That's tough. You don't tip the gas man. You're making New Jersey sound really horrible. I am allowed to pump my own gas. I'm even allowed to use the cell phone while I pump it. Or at least I've never been stopped, and I always do it. Literally illegal to pump your own gas. That's crazy. So what if you need to fill up a gas can? Do you just give it to the gas man and he fills it? That's crazy. How much do gas men make? How much does the little gas boy make? So is that the burger flipper down there in Jersey? How many states are like that? He breaks the top off of... Oh, of course he does. Now, I don't know what this was, but I broke it. Here you go. I stuffed a rag in there. Jersey, goddamn. Oh, man. And then that one dude is huffing gas fumes all day? That stupid dickhead. Oh, that poor dickhead is gonna get so much fucking cancer from all those gas fumes. What a horrible thing to do. Horrible thing to do. Like, of all the things where we really should spread the load, that's one of them, man. That's one where we should just be letting people do it. Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. There's too much, leftism is sneaking in, man. Things get worse, and you turn into a socialist. I mean, I've always been really supportive of social concepts, but like, why the fuck do we have such significant pay disparity? There's definitely something to be said about the amount of work that you put in. But like, somebody who's been pumping gas for 10 years has essentially spent the same amount of time as I spent, you know, spending a decade doing sysadmin shit. Should they really make less just because anyone can do that? Anyone can do what I do if you learn. I've met extremely dumb sysadmins who probably should be pumping gas. Like, when it's all extracting value from time, is merit really a factor? Should merit really be a factor? Should some people have a worse life because they want to spend as much time on stuff? That seems fucking crazy. It would be less of a problem if minimum wage was survivable, but it just seems so fucking crazy for how horrible my life was and how badly I wanted to do something else. It makes me sad for the people who adjust to that and are just waiters forever. Bartenders forever, and that's their life. And are trapped in that extremely low-paying misery, and there's nothing they can do. Oh, 15 an hour? Well, okay. I mean, that's probably not a livable wage, but we're still $7.25 here in Wisconsin, so that was what I was thinking. But I bet 15 is not livable. 15's not livable in the city I'm in. Our rent, we were dicking around with it a couple of months back, but you need to make like $20 an hour full time to be able to spend roughly half of your income on rent here at like the average 1-bedroom prices. Renting is so fucked here. Yeah, it's fucked everywhere. I honestly think, like the found family, like friend unit house buying thing, that seems crazy. Like, people should just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Even if you have like say there's a 50% divorce rate on friend units buying a house together. And even then there's like only a 30% chance that somebody keeps the house and it doesn't go back to the bank. I still think that's better than renting. I still think people should just start doing it. Start buying 3 bedrooms. Start buying 3 bedrooms with your friend group. Stick them all together. Do the roommate thing, but with an ownership angle. Work out really simple buyout agreements down the road, and then at least somebody gets to keep the property. Or investors snap all of it up. Oh, that's sad. Even here, when me and Heidi were both making about 70K, I was making 69.4, and I think she's at 72 now. That still was like, I mean, we have some issues, some expensive issues that we're dealing with. That still was barely enough, like, to be really comfortable with our $1,600 mortgage. But one of the big issues is that our electric costs are astronomical. The insulation in this house is so bad that it's comical. And it's something we've been addressing a little bit at a time, but it's hard. But that ends up adding $500 to $700 on in costs a month, which is fucking rough. It's definitely more comfortable than it is now, though. But at least I am well prepared for having no spending money. But I've always been fiercely egalitarian to the point of irritation, to the point of I'm not compatible with people who think someone should do less. For me, I want a partnership where both of us are doing things, and I don't want to have kids, so we're both gonna do work. But you know, you pay what you can, and then you do what you can. You split everything up, but like if you make less, like when Heidi was working as she was still in school and she was working as just a trainer, so she made very little money, and she didn't work full time, so she made like 20% of what I made. I don't remember the exact math, but basically if she's making 20K and I'm making 80K, then she'll pay 20% of the bills. I'll pay 80% of the bills. That way we have roughly approximately equal spending money and roughly approximately equal contributions. And she was good with that. She agreed with that, was happy with that. But now that I'm unemployed, now I have very small contributions. 100K salary means about $50 an hour, yeah. Yeah, and $50 an hour is like, that's career money. That's salary money at that point. That's very few people, well, unless you got a lot of union work, but very few people make that much money hourly, at least here. Because by that point they want to stick you on salary so they can abuse you. From the IT perspective. But yeah, IT jobs here want to put you on salary so that they can make you do a ton of on-call work for no hourly. Can't stop big jumping on that guy. You're holding jump so much. Doesn't get OT even though he's on salary? That is fucking horrible. Oh. I would lose my job over that fight. I know for a fact I would lose my job over that fight. If I don't get overtime, if I have to work overtime, he does get OT even though he's on salary. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, if I worked for the state and they flipped it around, it was like, no, you have to work overtime, but you don't get paid for it. I would be, oh, goddamn. Oh no. I died, but we're back. It's 44 hours before he gets OT. That sucks pretty bad. But at least he gets it. On salary, getting it, that's really nice. Technically, the law here is that unless you manage 2 or more people or you have a executive or skilled position, but there's something in there about like a skilled position, so they can basically say any position that salary is a skilled position, so you don't get overtime. But so it was initially written so that it was supposed to be limited to executive levels, and then got tweaked and tweaked and tweaked until it was turned into a fucking terrible loophole-y thing that can fuck anybody they want to fuck. Anybody you want to fuck, you can fuck with this law. Wisconsin is the only state with no break laws. It's legal to make someone work 40 hours in a row. It's not illegal in any way in Wisconsin to do. There are no protections that stop you from making someone do that. You can forbid that they stop to eat. There's probably some point where you're actually murdering a person, but you can schedule someone for 40 hours in a row. You can schedule someone for 12 hours. I bet you can schedule someone for 18 hours. I've been there. Oh, you get a 1 hour paid break? That's nice. Yeah, our break laws are fucked. Like, we have some specifications, like they have to pay you if it's less than 30 minutes, and they have to pay you if you're not allowed to leave the site. Like, if you're forced to take a meal break on site, they have to pay you for it. That's nice. 30 minutes sucks. Yeah, I remember the world of 30-minute breaks, and that sucks. I would much prefer an unpaid hour break to a 30-minute paid break. But I like to go home and or be home and cook a meal, and that takes about an hour a lot of times. That's one of the really frustrating things about commuting too, is then you're either packing and reheating lunches all the time, which is annoying, or you're eating fast food, and that's expensive. Oh, yeah. I worked at a small computer shop owned by a pedophile, and he would yell at me to do work while I was eating, like literally at my desk doing lower value work, like one-handed work, like checking emails and looking at the fucking work log and everything, making sure notes look good, doing stuff I can do with one hand, and would like shit himself, be like, somebody has to be up front, like, dude, I'm fucking eating. I want to eat my food when it's fucking hot. You go up front. You own the store. Fucking dipshit. It was a really frustrating job. A really frustrating job. The guy would promise the moon to people, and then it set you up for just the most absurd failures, and then blame you when they called him to complain. Why many people I work with simply leave the building when they're on break. Yeah. When I was a waiter, I didn't smoke. I didn't start smoking till later. But I would take smoke breaks. I would tell people I smoked, and I would go outside. And a couple of times where somebody was a bitch about it, because one place I worked at, manager was a little bitch about it. He's like, I've never seen you smoking, so I would borrow a cigarette. I would ask somebody to borrow a cigarette, and I would hold it and pretend to use it. But I could take a break with the smokers. Which is also just fucking crazy. Like, are you kidding me? You recognize that smokers need to go outside or they will be crazy and horrible. But you don't recognize that I might want to go outside for 5 goddamn minutes and breathe in some goddamn air. That place where that manager was a bitch about me not smoking also would make me shave in between when I worked a double. And I would point out, like, because I get when I shave with the blade, I would get terrible razor burn all over my entire face. And I would point it out, like, this happens when I have to do this, so it looks worse. And they're like, no, you need to be clean shaven. You need to be clean shaven. Go shaved. Because the hair comes back too fast. It would come back. I would shave in the morning, and I would have stubble by midday, and they were like, no, you have to go shave. You have to go shave in the bathroom. Yeah, and especially if it's not like a restaurant, it might actually be a private bathroom. That always seems like a horrible thing for, like, I know it's horrible for restaurants, but a lot of retail workers in places like Walmart, like, nowhere to hide. You go sit in a stall, somebody will come and talk over it at you. I used to do that a lot when I was a kid, as I would hide in the bathroom. Stalls have real doors. Ooh, we have Quick Trips in Wisconsin, a gas station chain, that all their bathrooms have stall doors that go all the way. Oh, that's awkward as fuck. That go all the way down to the floor. Really nice. I don't understand why stalls are so terrible in America. I saw a thing on Reddit where people were talking about it and, like, just absolutely bewildered. Because some European post on one of the, like, what the hell is this subreddit? Oh, fuck. Why are there all these gaps in here and blah blah, and a bunch of, like, American people are like, oh, that's for ease of cleaning. Oh, that's to prevent theft and blah blah. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You guys don't have any privacy in your toilets, and anybody with eyeballs can stare directly at your genitals if they stop in the right place, and that's a part of the bathroom experience for you, and that's a good trade-off for cleaning. Which is, I mean, all of it's made up. It's because it's cheap and it's lazy. There might be an anti-theft thing there, that maybe people are less likely to steal in retail if the bathrooms are horrible. But, you know, it never stopped me. used to steal a lot of stuff. Oh God, yeah. It's, well, not that being tall is a burden like being small is, but some stalls clap out a little under 6 feet, and you can fucking see over them, and it's really weird to make eye contact with somebody peeing in a toilet when you're peeing at a urinal next to them. But it's really weird when you go into one of them where you can see over and like you know, like they can look up and see your eyes. So you know, if you look at them, you will see their eyes and their genitals. And it's just like, what the fuck is happening here? How can you guys at least not hit like a absolute minimum of like 6'6", so that 6 foot tall, a little more than 6 foot tall people won't be able to look over them. Yeah, locked bathrooms are nice in little retail places. Then you also, that seems like such an easy solution to a lot of that too, is to just like have a lock for the bathroom that somebody has to open, because if they have to open it, they know you went in there, and you are much less likely to be disgusting. You are much less likely to shit on the floor or do anything horrible. I feel like that would solve so many problems if places just kind of did that. But it would also be nice if, you know, Americans would stop pissing on the floor. Wiping shit on toilets and leaving it. Flushing tampons. Oh. All kinds of things. Stop people from getting drunk in the bathroom? Oh yeah. I guess liquor store. Oh. But isn't that what Starbucks is for? No, that was progress. Can't bring the goods into the store bathroom. So you watch, you yell at them. Hot dog, there's this stuff in your way. Let me move it so you can get to your little home. Get to your little home, buddy. Uh-oh. Oops. You can go up there if you want. Oh my God, don't make that face at me. Yeah, go to Starbucks. Starbucks is where you go to do that. Ouch. Hey, he wanted to go home. That's what he wanted. Hot dog, do you want to wear these sunglasses with a hot dog on them? If you do, I'll give you a whole treat. You let me put them on your face. Oh, he's not. He is not allowing it. Almost. We'll try later. Oh. When I turned 18, so much context there. I got kicked out when I was 17. I was pretty excited when I turned 18 to like do stuff you can do as an 18-year-old and to like legally be allowed to be homeless. And went to a porn store. Thought me and girlfriend and a buddy of mine thought it would be really funny to go into a porn store now that I was 18 and could get porn. They had a video of like ground beef split stuff that I really wish that I had purchased and saved, because it would have been really funny. But it was one of those porn stores that had a fucking jack-off area in the back, which is the fucking most unimaginably awful thing. Like, for the love of God, they're like little toilet stalls basically, and like a video viewing room. And it was so unbelievably horrible to know that it was back there. I was just like, nope, don't care anymore. And then I did not go in another porn store for decades, because I assume they're full of reeking, stinking people jorking it, straight up jorking it in the back, and that it's just gross, and that, you know, every single thing in there was handled by somebody who was just jacking it. Gross. You know, if the rooms had a sink, if it was like a bathroom, okay. But just gross. But it turns out that's not really a thing anymore, or most stores don't have that. 'Cause me and Heidi went into one that's like really close to her dad's house. And it was just like a really nice retail store where everything was packaged nicely and normal and overpriced compared to the internet. But I thought that was really funny. That was one of those things where I assumed all of them were like that. That porn stores were really weird jack-off emporiums. I'm guessing for people who can't or don't want to touch themselves at home, but it was just gross. But that made me think that now I'm starting to wonder, like, I wonder if places still have that. I wonder if porn stores in some states still have that and we just don't do that here, if there's a law or something that I don't know about, or... I know we still have, what's this? I assume a lot of places do. Told people to just leave their things at the register or on display. Oh, because they're gonna try to walk into the bathroom with it. Yeah, you don't know about it unless you know it. Yeah. Well, that's how I heard about them. That there's still the bathhouse, because yeah, they're not exactly speakeasies, but they're not really labeled. But people in the culture just kind of talk about it. That's how that works. That's just a holdover from when that was the only way to engage with it. So maybe that still exists for that. But you know, that's also, I'm a lot more fine with that being a speakeasy. That being like a cultural thing. Like if you want to have a building where you rent out the greasiest porn that everybody touches, oh my god. I think if you could technically spread STDs that way. Probably not. But maybe. If it was on a DVD? I feel like it really couldn't work anymore with the way phones work. Like, you just have a phone now. Who the hell is out there renting a DVD from a place? Oh, please be nice to me. Oh, you fucker. How can that be the next thing? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I start playing Super Mario World and I forget what I'm doing, and I run until 10. Yeah, one of the days I just have to do Super Mario World. Even like Heidi's gone, so I can just stop. But it's 10 at night and I still have to eat dinner. I hate eating like right before bed, and then I'm gonna be up for 4 more hours, and that's the problem. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, Casey. I might be back tomorrow to play Patapon. We'll see what happens. I got a bunch of stuff to do. Otherwise, we'll be back Monday to yell at more Mario Maker, and I will figure out what day we're gonna do Super Mario World, because clearly I need to do this now that I'm good at it. But clearly I need to start with it or problems. Thank you for watching. That was a good talk. Good talk. We'll be back next week. I gotta eat.